everyone, this is Dr. Salcedo, your conscious gynecologist. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be talking to you straight from the beach. I decided to take a little bit of time off today and to go ahead and nourish myself. And I just wanted to share with you today about menopause. And perhaps maybe you've been noticing some body changes in menopause. Well, today I'm going to share with you why that is. Thanks so much for joining. I'm so glad you're here. A lot of my patients, my friends also, are noticing that when they go through the change of life, this menopause phase, it can actually happen over several years. And the data, the information that we know, states that menopause transition can last about 10 years. So that's an awfully long time. So it also shows us that this transition actually happens pretty gradually. And one of the biggest things that I get asked about is weight gain, and how come it is so hard to lose weight during menopause, and what's the deal with the actual increase in weight during menopause? Well, today that's going to be the focus of my video, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. The reason why we start to have an increase in weight gain, particularly in our middle section, is that it has to do a lot with a hormone called estrogen. When we go through the change of life, our ovaries start to decline in the secretion of estrogen that gets circulated through the body. Through this decline, a lot of women notice that they start to lose a lot of their hip and their gluteal fatty tissue, their curve, and it starts to really increase around their midsection. And so what's up with that? Well, what we know is that our gluteal and our hip fatty tissue has special estrogen receptors. And once there is less estrogen floating through our body, there is a decline in this particular estrogen receptor. Once there is a decline in this particular estrogen receptor in our hips and in our thighs, it actually starts to travel and change the estrogen receptors within our abdomen or our visceral adiposity. This visceral adiposity changes the estrogen receptor concentration in our abdomen and actually starts to increase our fatty receptors in our abdomen because of the decline in estrogen. That fatty deposition around our midsection is really inflammatory. It actually starts to increase a lot of inflammatory molecules through the rest of our body and makes it a lot more difficult to process sugar. So that's why a lot of times it feels so hard to lose weight, because we're still eating in a lot of the similar ways that we did through premenopause. So what a lot of women notice is that when they start to decrease their carbohydrate consumption, they lose a lot of the belly fat, because when you go through the menopause transition, women naturally become insulin resistant because of this inflammatory tissue around our midsection. So truly the answer is to decrease a lot of those carbohydrates, a lot of those simple starches, a lot of the actual, I know it sounds crazy, a lot of the whole grains that we have been taught to really include because of fiber. But for many women, it really does increase the insulin resistance and hyperglycemia that can be so toxic in heart disease and stroke. So there you have it. If you are going through the change of life and you're wondering why it is that your belly is becoming a little wider than it was before and you're losing your hip and your thigh curvature, the reason is because of the changes in estrogen receptors that occur from the hips and the thighs, and they start going towards your midsection. There's not a whole lot that ladies can do about that, but we do know that ladies who elect to use hormone replacement therapy during this menopause transition actually have a lot less of that change. So, and sometimes it actually helps reduce their risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke. That's a great discussion to have with your doctor. But if we understand the reasons why things change, then it makes more sense in our decision to go forward with hormone replacement therapy or not. I hope that you found this video helpful, and it was a lot of fun making it. I also really hope that you'll get some time to have fun and to really take care of yourself. I hope this video was helpful, and if you liked it, please subscribe and share it with a friend. Have a great day.